Welcome to Crossroads and Cauldrons. We are two witches with jobs, families, and busy lives just like you. We talk about weaving the web of community, practicing magic, and life in the Deep South. Everybody, welcome to the show. I'm Selena.
And I'm Luna.
And you're listening to Crossroads and Cauldrons podcast.
That sounded really professional.
I did it? Awesome. That's my, I don't know what kind of voice that
seductive radio lady
voice. It's my
voice.
seductive radio lady voice. Welcome to the show, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
We're so happy to have you here.
We are glad you're here.
It's been a minute since we've recorded.
It has.
I just got back from Temple Fest.
I know. How was it?
It was wonderful. It was wonderful. So I'm going to talk all about it real quick.
So jealous.
Well, come with me next year.
It's more than a day.
I know. This year was just one day. But I'm kind of glad because it was a little bit of a whirlwind because we were like setting up and then it's the day of the thing and then the next day we're cleaning up. But everything went really, really smoothly. It was very well organized. And it was joyful. There was lots of help. So it was nice. It didn't feel like, oh my gosh, we have so much to do, stress. It didn't feel stressful at all. So I hope that our wonderful organizer, Liz, felt the same way. But yeah, it went really well. They didn't appear to be super stressed, so that's
good.
And I got to see some people that I haven't seen in 100 years, so that was nice. Really, really nice to just be...
Hugs, lots of hugs.
So many hugs. And it really didn't feel like we've been apart for 3 years.
Right.
You know, and I don't see them every day anyway because they're in New Hampshire, but it was like we just kind of fit back into a routine of, okay, we got to do this and we got to do that and whatever. And we just, it's like, hey, how are you? It just felt like I saw them last week.
That's great.
So it was really, really nice. Yeah, and excellent presenters, wonderful vendors. There were some fantastic vendors. Oh, I didn't wear my necklace that I got, but I spent all my money in one place. It's fine. It happens sometimes. Yeah, it was really good, and the evening ritual was wonderful. It was really nice to kind of stand and be in circle with people that I haven't been in circle with. I got a little teary-eyed, a little emotional, but it was dark, so I couldn't see that.
No, that's okay. I'm sure you weren't the only one.
I don't know, because it was dark. I couldn't see. But it was really, really nice. And they're actually having a lot of, like, drought conditions. So if you want to send rain to the northeast, feel free. And feel free to take it from the southeast. Just move it up there, because we've been flooded for many moons.
Couple weeks down.
Yeah, it's been very, very wet. Of course, now it's all over national news about flooding and stuff in Jackson. But anyway, so send it all that way. And yeah, that was Temple Fest. It was a good time. What was I going to say? There was a thing. I was going to say a particular thing, and then I forgot it. Oh well.
It happens, y'all.
It happens too much. Too much. Oh, well, we've got some exciting things coming up for us in the future. What do we got? Oh, yeah, our big Samhain extravaganza.
That's so exciting.
There were a few people at Temple Fest that were like, I'm coming to Mississippi for Samhain.
No,
and I was like, yes, come on.
Yeah, come on.
One of them is gonna have to stay in New Hampshire because she helps with the Sabbats up there, so she's not allowed to come down. So maybe next time.
That's okay, maybe next time.
That's okay, maybe next time. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. We're starting. The hands-on work is happening now, so we're gonna have some workshops and some vendors and a big ritual. So I'm excited.
Awesome.
Like bonfire afterward. It's gonna be a good time. So
very cool.
Stay tuned. There will be information coming out about that. And then what else? Oh, guess what I found out?
What?
Or well, it happened at Temple Fest. I was speaking with one of the drummers, Paul Rowan.
Yes, I saw that. I'm so excited.
And I was like, you know what? I would love for you to come down to Mississippi and do a workshop on the drum. He's doing like classes, like a whole class series about the mysteries of the drum, like working with the drum from an occult perspective, and he's got training in all sorts of different traditions.
I got that sucker penciled in. Actually, with black magic marker.
I was
it's not penciled.
I was like, Luna is gonna love this.
Yep.
So, and then he's gonna drum for us for our Beltane ritual.
So excited.
Hopefully, if everything works out. This is the plan so far. So I'm gonna say if everything works out according to plan. And then anybody who's taken the class that wants to join in can.
I'm gonna be there.
It's gonna be great. We're gonna have like a drum circle, bonfire, weenie roast.
It's gonna be so.
It's gonna be so fun. I like it when there's like a fire and music and witches, magic. Like, it gets me riled up. I get saucy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just put some duct tape on there, and I'm just gonna enjoy myself. What do you think?
Sure.
Yay! It's gonna be a good time. Oh, we've also got a storyteller coming for Samhain who's gonna tell us some ghostly ghost stories.
Awesome.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good time.
I love stories.
I can't wait. I feel like everything's starting to move again.
Yeah.
Which feels good. Feels really good.
It does.
So everybody,
things are changing.
Stay safe over the holidays. Go get your damn shots, and don't get everybody sick.
Yeah.
Because we want to get together.
That's right.
The end.
We want to see you.
So I survived 4 plane flights and spending a whole day in an airport because of flight. Well, it was weather because it was raining. It was still damn raining.
Yeah.
And so I was trapped in the airport all day, but it was my favorite airport. So, not the Jackson one.
I was about to say,
the Baltimore
it's probably
one.
not Jackson.
They have good restaurants and they have the best bathrooms. So,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no. When we go to Temple Fest next year, I'm going to be like, we're going to change planes in Baltimore.
Okay.
I'm going to show you the good restaurants and the good bathrooms.
Let's go. I'm ready. Let's roll.
Let's do it. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. And Temple Fest and no COVID. Yay.
Yeah. Please,
So,
no COVID.
I tested and I'm good. So, I was worried. I was like, that's a lot of people and traveling. Lots of hugs.
Yeah.
So, that's good. What else? I think that's all of the exciting news that I have. What are you? Oh, I should probably put together a Maven Ritual. I'm doing that today. I'm going to do that today. I'm going to post about that later today.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be fine.
She's been busy.
I've been a little busy, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I'm gonna put the registration up today.
Okay.
Don't let me forget. I'm so excited about Samhain. It's like, oh yeah,
Me too.
we got to get a Maven in there.
Me too. We like to go to, my family and I like to go to Ren Fair in Hammond, Louisiana every year. And we're going this year and I can't wait.
Are you going on Pirates Weekend?
I don't know. I'll have to look at the calendar and see.
Yeah, I don't know which weekend is Pirate Weekend.
I think it's going to be on our anniversary weekend.
Oh, fun!
Yeah, we make 11 years this year. And
11 years.
11.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And so, yeah, that's probably going to be our little
So you
trip.
and Mr. Luna are not inviting...
No.
It's not going to be a friend
anybody
trip.
If y'all want to come with us, you can come with us. It ain't no big deal. We have more fun. More merrier, but I'm not
Their
leaving you around by your
anniversary
hand.
trip, y'all.
Yeah.
I've been
11
several
years.
times. If I'm gonna go, I have to make sure that Paolo Garbanzo is there because he's my favorite. He is my favorite. And if you don't already follow him, find him on social media and follow him because he's a hilarious, 2 brilliant, 3 pagan. Hello, and he and his lovely wife. They're the whole package. So
Okay. I will have to look him up and
look
see
him
when
up.
he is there.
He's great. He's a juggler. And he does D&D
I think I've seen him before.
campaigns as well. He's pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he cute?
I mean, I think so. He's got like an
Reason I ask-
Italian, Sicilian kind of thing going on.
He
So
wears short hair.
he's kind of short, black hair.
Yeah.
No, it's long hair.
Oh, he's got long hair? That's not the one.
There's
that
a
I'm
different
thinking of
juggler.
then.
You're talking about the tall blondie one.
Is he blonde?
I don't know. It's like dirty blonde.
Yeah,
Is that
maybe.
a color?
Well, he's got a lot of videos out. I have to go check him out.
Yeah, you'll have to show me because I don't know who you're talking about. You've given me no
We'll
name.
put a link up.
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know what might happen. But anyway, so yeah, so that'll be fun. That's what, in November?
Yeah, that's in November. Cool thing, Mississippi has its own Renaissance Festival.
Oh yeah,
And it
that's
started down on the coast, but it's on the fairgrounds.
this is
So
like
they
the
don't-
first time, right?
Yes. So they don't have a permanent location, and I don't know if they're looking for one. I know the one in Louisiana has a permanent location. I think the property was donated or they're leased out to them or whatever, but the buildings stay there year round in Louisiana. They have like this medieval little town type thing built up. It's really cool. But the one in Mississippi doesn't have that yet, so I'm real interested to maybe swing down there on a weekend and see what they got going on, because it's only for one weekend.
When is that? I've seen things, but I didn't memorize it.
Let me look it up real quick.
I'm just gonna run my mouth while you do that.
You're fine.
So
I can talk.
I'm excited about there being a Ren Fair in Mississippi. Like, who's
I am
hosting
too.
it? I know we have like some SCA branches and things like that.
We do,
but I don't know who's hosting this.
I don't either. I'm just really happy that they have one in the state.
Well, I wish it all the
let's see.
success, because I would love for us to have like a big one.
October
one day.
14th through the 16th.
Oh, shoot, that's
And it's
soon.
at the Harrison County Fairgrounds in
Gulfport.
Gulfport, Mississippi. So if y'all look it up, just Google Mississippi Renaissance Festival. And
Who's hosting it? Who's putting it on? Doesn't say. All right. Well, I'm excited. I hope I can make it.
yeah. Well, they're the sponsors. Well, sponsors.
Those are sponsors. Anyway,
Okay.
that's exciting.
But anyway,
They
yeah,
have
they're
enough
going to have
information
vendors
to
and all
look at.
kinds of stuff. I know they're having tents and all set up. So, like I said, it's just for one weekend. So if y'all like Renaissance festivals, give it a shot. It's not that far from us. It's like hop, skip, and jump from here.
Yeah, that's not far. That's exciting. Good times. There's a lot of excitement going on.
Yeah, all the festivals are starting back up, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, I've got some things on my calendar. I've already booked out my whole calendar for next year. So if you need me for
Already?
anything, look at 2024. Well, because I'm teaching next year, so
Oh, yeah.
all my classes,
Yeah.
plus dance competitions, plus
Oh, yeah, got to have the kids in there.
right? I guess. Yeah, I gotta have those in there.
Can't leave those out.
Can't leave them out. Plus Sabbats. Plus what else? Festivals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm booked.
Yeah.
Plus, I guess we should probably record some podcasts. I got to rework my calendar
Yeah.
to get some podcasts in there. But yeah, it's going to be a super busy year. And then hopefully I'll take the rest of that off after 2024. Yeah, I'm up through February 2024.
Okay.
I'm like frustrated because I'm trying to get my calendar, and then other people don't have their 2024 calendars together yet. What? And I'm like, okay, these dates might change because I don't know. So,
Never know what's going to happen.
no, not when people don't plan. I know.
She's not a planning fanatic or anything.
I need to, well, it's mostly because classes. Like, the students need to know when their class is going to be,
Well, of course,
right? And I
yeah.
can't be constantly moving classes around because they
I'm
got
gonna
things
be taking
too.
W2 with you next year. So.
Yay! How exciting! Well,
Yeah.
I've got all the class dates together.
Well,
if you
great.
need
I'll
them.
have to mark my calendar.
I'm hoping that registration will go out. By the time this episode goes out, registration will be open. So if
Yay.
you would like to take Temple of Witchcraft Mystery School classes with me, come see me. I'll probably share something through the podcast channels as well.
Okay.
If you're in the area, these are in-person classes, so you have to come to class every month. No exceptions. The end. I got a lot of questions about that last year because we were sort of online,
Yeah.
but not really. It's still an in-person class, so you got to be able to drive to class.
Okay.
Yeah. So that starts in end of January. Last weekend of January is the first class because I had to rearrange one after I had it in my planner.
Like
Dance
it's so
competition.
difficult. Her planner's digital.
I mean, what do you want to say? But that's true.
It's not like you had to erase
I think it was rearranging it and then letting the venue know that, hey, these dates have changed.
Oh, yeah.
Because somebody just got back to me with dates that I've needed.
Gotcha.
So that was annoying. But I think it's going to be a good time. I'm excited.
Okay, cool.
I'm excited.
Yay.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel good. Okay, we should talk about our show.
I'm
They came here for an episode, not to hear us. Maybe
but
they didn't.
they did want to get caught up. It just takes a minute.
It just takes a minute.
But we're not
It
going
takes
to
a
do the
minute.
whole show for them.
We could.
We actually have a subject today.
Oh, we have a topic. That's true. Let me get to. Luna says get to work. So we're continuing our series on the gifts of the goddess, and this one is the power to banish.
Banish.
Not banish. What is that? That sounds like some sort of Scottish biscuit,
Okay, that came out of nowhere.
like haggis, but not.
Ugh.
No? Okay. Banish. What? Misfortune. That's right.
Yeah.
Banish misfortune. But also, like, the whole thing is to banish all sorts of things, including misfortune. Where am I? What is it? Oh, banish people, things, and even misfortune. So let's talk about that.
Okay.
Let me turn my page here. So this particular gift of the goddess relates to the zodiac sign of Leo. So this is and it's kind of, it seems different because you would think, okay, banishment, we're going to work with Saturn, we're going to remove, we're going to do that kind of stuff. But this is a completely different way of banishing because it's more about living in such a way that those things that you don't want in your life just sort of don't jive with you.
Yeah.
And so they don't invade your space. So if we're thinking about Leo energy, right? We're thinking about the artisan. We're thinking about creativity, that big sort of solar energy, right? So Leo's ruled by the sun, right? And so you have this is your artist. This is your these are your actors. These are your sort of big gregarious people. You know, they have a lot of that sort of solar fiery energy, and solar energy compared to other types of fiery energy is very generous. It's very expansive. It's very like people are drawn to it. You know, it's charismatic. These are the sort of people, you know, people that carry a lot of Leo energy have a lot of that. They're usually playful and joyful, and they usually connect really well with like children. They're creative. They're friendly. Like that kind of energy. You see what I'm saying? So when you're kind of living in that space, centered in that space, all the drama that tends to be associated with artists, you know, they have this sort of archetype of the struggling artist, like the miserable artist, the suffering, you know, depression, being critical, super self-critical.
Yeah.
All of those sort of trappings of the ego that can be more negative, you know, more the side of that Leo energy that's not conducive to, you know, it's out of alignment with that sort of solar power. But all of those images, all of that, you know, suffering and things like that for the initiate, you're going to sort of transcend that. You're going to be really in touch with your creative center. You're going to have that gift to be able to look beyond whatever suffering, misfortune is following you around, and you're going to sort of function from that heart space. You know, you're going to carry that solar Leo energy, and those sorts of things, you know, you're basically shining a light. You're bringing that solar light into those sort of dark spaces, you know, and that's just the nature of that is going to sort of banish. You're gonna illuminate those corners, right? And so you're going to banish those sort of shadow things. They're just not going to be conducive. They're not going to want to be around you. And that works with people that just want to bring you down, want to stir drama, want to stir gossip, want to fucking stir trouble, have a lot of jealousy and want you to just fail. Why are people like that? Because they're hurt and they need to do some introspective work. But anyway, but those kind of people, they're just not going to hang around you if you're coming from that heart-centered space, right? They're just not going to have the effect that they want to have on you, so they will move on somewhere else. Right. So that's nice. And also, like, as far as banishment, because it's a magnetic kind of energy as well. Right. You know, it sort of draws you in. But it really is more of it's more expansive. You know, it's more, I think of it as sort of Jupiterian energy, but it's solar, which has a different flavor to it. But it is expansive. So there's a thing that I'm trying to say, and it's not making words. I'm just doing a lot of hand motions. If you're only listening to the audio version, you're not going to understand what I'm trying to say with my hands. But anyway, anything like that, like when you have particular things that you want to manifest in your life, like you're trying to build something, you're trying to grow a business, you're trying to build a relationship, you're trying to, whatever it is that you want to achieve, the more that you're creating from that place of joy, from that place of sort of being anchored in the love of what you do, even if it's not artistic creation necessarily, even if it's just in your witchcraft practice, as long as you are coming to it with a place of joy, you know, you're going to manifest more of that. You know what I mean? You're going to, the things that, the sort of obstacles and things that tend to get in the way of forward progress are just going to sort of move out of the way. You're going to open the path for whatever it is that you want to come through. And the way that you do that is the way that you sort of activate that gift of the goddess, which is, I think, innate in people who choose this path. I think all the gifts are present. It's just a matter of tuning into them and activating them. Is through your creativity. It's through finding things in your life that bring you joy, that you love to do, that get you excited. And it doesn't matter what the rest of the world thinks about those particular things, whatever it is, and really bring that into your life. You know, don't get so wrapped up. I know, and it's hard because we all got bills to pay and we all got kids to feed and whatever. But try to find, even if it's just a moment of joyfulness in everything you do, even if it's going to a job you don't like, find a piece of that job that brings you a little bit of joy. Even if it's just like, I really like the coffee at my office, or I like this particular coworker, or, you know, I really enjoy doing this little tiny thing in my job. I like that. And lean into it, you know, infuse that moment with joy, and it will bring back to you joy. And then you'll notice that the things that get in your way and the things that bring you down just sort of start to break up and dissipate, because you're going to be sort of exuding this solar creative energy. You know, it's like you're going to become this little star, this little sun, little sunshine that's sort of radiating all of this out. So what you're going to attract is people and situations that are in tune with that, are in tune with what makes you feel joyful. Right. And it's kind of incredible to watch. I'm married to a Virgo. I am accepting donations. Thank you. I love Virgos because they're very organized, generally. Usually. But sometimes they get very focused on their work, and they really, really are self-critical, and they can be very, and I'm not talking about just Virgo sun sign. I understand that there's a lot more going on in a chart. I'm talking about if you carry a lot of Virgo energy, which my spouse does. But anyway, and you can sort of get kind of mired in where all you're focusing on is the things that you don't like about it. And so a lot of my work in my relationship is in sort of shining lights on the things that are good and saying, okay, well, what do you enjoy about this? You know, and when we have just a moment of connection with that joyful side, that creative side, things start to shift really quickly. Right. So we've got some super exciting, hopefully, fingers crossed, news that I will be keeping silent about until it's come to fruition. I'm going to keep silent about this particular thing, but it could be a complete game changer for his work experience. So
that'd be great.
Yeah, so we're gonna see how that unfolds. But you know, that came the very day after we had a deep conversation about, you know, trying to redirect to those places of joy. So I don't think that's a coincidence.
No, I don't think so either.
So, you know, but that's the way. And finding your creativity. And it doesn't have to, when I say creativity, people think I'm not an artist. Yes, you are. That is the medicine that humans have. Everyone's creative. That's what we do as humans. You know, we build things, we make things, we put things together that weren't together before, and something new
I was
comes
going to say,
from
even
it.
if you just organize things, that's still being creative.
Absolutely. Like, that is what our power is creating. And you can see that when it runs amok. And, we have...
Yes, you can.
We have too many buildings and too many parking lots and that kind of stuff. So, but that is what we do. And you will find an outlet for that.
Yeah.
You just have to, it may not look like, okay, I'm a visual artist. Okay, maybe you are, maybe you're not. But there's so many ways that you create in your life. So just like lean into that. And it doesn't even have to be anything physical, even though that's great because that really embodies whatever your creativity is. But it could be, you create connections between people. You create experiences that people enjoy. Like maybe you're excellent at throwing parties. Like throw your party, invite people over. Maybe you're a fantastic host and you like to have people come over and fill the house with joy. Do that kind of stuff, because that's going to activate this particular gift, of banishing. And it doesn't feel like a banishment. It really doesn't. Because it's banishing in a different way. It's just sort of illuminating your spaces so that the things you want to banish just aren't interested in you.
Right.
Which kind of goes back to, we'll talk a little bit about banishing spells. And there's all kinds of ways you can do it. And I really think, and I have experienced multiple ways of doing banishment type spells, and the ones that have been the most successful and the most lasting for me have been times when I have blessed people away. That's my favorite way to get rid of people that are disruptive in my life. Yes, because for the most part, people are not evil. I think there probably are some out there, but the most people that are going to give you grief in your life are just either kind of miserable themselves, and miserable people kind of just splash their misery on other people. They're insecure. That's a big one. Majorly insecure, which is sad, because they don't have the love for themselves, that they could. So for the most part, doing something that will just make them more miserable, you're just putting more misery into the world, So my philosophy on that is like, how can I help elevate the world? How can I bring more love in the world, more joy, more peace, more creativity? And so the best way to banish someone is to do a blessing spell for them. Because joyful people don't have time to fuck around with other people. They don't. They don't have... If they're too busy and too focused on their joy and their success, and they're filled with love and happiness in their life, they don't have time to make drama. They don't have time to be shitty to other people. They're not even going to be paying attention to you because they're so happy, And oftentimes, if you do it well, those successful opportunities will involve a new job out of state, right? So I've done that quite a few times.
Can you do that to some of our local politicians?
Fuck yeah, I can. Absolutely. I don't know. I might put
There's a few. I have a list.
I might put some little stabbies in some of those too, because those are literally taking advantage of people. Those are.
Oh yeah.
Those are harmful people. Anyway, that's a different
story.
episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, just bless them. Just offer them blessings, and blessings far away from you. And they're going to follow that. People are so much more quick to follow opportunity than to leave for misfortune. Like, people can really lean into some misfortune.
Oh yeah.
People can just wallow in their own misery. But if a joyful door of opportunity opens, they're going to run through it and out of your life. And there you go. And you've spread happiness and joy, and they're gone, Which
and
is
you don't
great.
feel guilty for it.
And you don't feel guilty for it. And if anything comes back on you, what's going to come back on you but blessings and joy, which I'll take that.
I'll take that.
I'll take the rebound from that.
I will too, yeah.
So, the end. No. But I mean, that's kind of what That's kind of what I think of when I think of this gift of the goddess. You know, being related to Leo in particular.
Right.
Because you would definitely think, okay, this is going to be like some Saturn, this is going to be some binding, this is going to be some cursing. Not from this perspective.
Yeah.
Not from this
I like
perspective.
this perspective, though.
Yeah, me too. I like it. It works really well, I think. So, and then even if you're not necessarily banishing those things in a speedy time, you're already living in your joyful, happy, creative space.
Right.
So who fucking cares
Right.
what else is going on around
true.
you? You're already feeling joyful, you know, and that can be difficult. So some of that finding your own inner joy, you know, comes with that introspection. It comes with working through the things that you want to banish around you, right? Insecurity. You can't banish, well, you can, but it's better. If you're going to be banishing insecure people that are influencing your life, you got to work on your own insecurities too.
That's true,
You can
too.
banish that. But really finding your power, your sort of solar centered power. It's a balanced place. And activating that, you know, it's like heating you from the inside out. You're gonna be happy regardless of what's going on around you.
Right.
You know, it's a good time. But be careful, because if there's people that you love and you want in your life, but they're sort of I don't like to say negative influence, but sort of discordant. They're not harmonious. They're gonna go. So, you know, be aware of that. And that can be difficult. And sort of the process of shaking things loose can be difficult, you know, but you've got to look at the bigger picture. This is really sort of a detached perspective. You know, you've got to look at the big picture of your life. You've got to look at the big patterns of your life. And, you know, really people that are in your sphere of influence that are discordant need to either adjust or go. You know, and that feels heartless sometimes, but also bye.
Yeah, but if you're sending them to something better,
if you're actively doing it, yes, they
putting
may
something positive into their path to send them off.
If you're actually doing a literal banishment spell, then yes. But if just the nature of you changing, they may come at you and be like, "You've changed. You're not the person I knew." That's right. I'm growing.
Because
What are you
everyone
doing?
changes constantly.
Yeah, you should be changing. You should be evolving. If you want the me that was in high school,
yeah, she doesn't exist anymore.
you have really piss poor taste. But also, she's gone.
Yeah.
You're not getting that. So if that's what you want, sorry about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So I've gone through, I think everybody probably has, like layers of best friends and close friends and super close relationships, and sort of one person kind of wants to grow and do something different, and the other person really wants that nostalgia.
Yeah.
And wants, you know, they're comfortable.
The good old days.
They want that comfort, and I get that. You know, it's nice to feel comfortable, but if you're on a witchcraft path, you're not going to be comfortable. You're going to be shaking things loose, and you're going to be expanding and changing and
growing
all the time. So you have to find people that are also growing, or people will just come and go, and that's sort of part of it. So yeah, it's a good time.
Cool. It's a good topic.
Was it good? I don't know if we've talked long enough. I'm going to look at my sound guy and see how long we've been talking. He's giving me one of these. Hey, what else you got? What are your thoughts on this topic of banishing people, things, and misfortune?
Well, I'll just be honest. I've had a lot of negativity in my life in the last few months.
You sure damn have.
It has to pertain to my job. Not my job itself,
Not the job,
but the politicians surrounding my job. And those of you who know me, you know what that is. So, been in a funk.
Yeah.
So I kind of think this is pointing a finger at me like, hey, bring your crafty stuff up. Get back to it.
Defunkify yourself.
Defunkify yourself.
And defunkify your life.
Yeah. My garden looks like crap.
Mine's looking a little
For
little
two
weedy,
reasons, well,
too.
3 reasons. One, I haven't felt like it because I've been bummed out. 2, it's been too freaking hot. And
It's been
3,
crazy hot.
we've had way too much rain here lately.
Yeah.
So it's been too muddy to do anything. I don't want to tell you how tall my grass is in my backyard. It's just another country. So, just I need to defunkify myself. That's what it comes down to. I just need to defunkify.
Speaking of defunkification, I've been busy a lot. Like over the summer, it's just like,
Yeah.
God, fuck. It's been crazy. Like 3 solid months. I haven't had a single day off. So I'm ready for one. Maybe tomorrow.
Well, it is Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, but I gotta write. Maybe Monday. Maybe Monday. I gotta write a ritual for Maven. Anyway,
make some time, girl. Make some time.
I'm gonna make some time. But and then I was traveling last week, so like I don't know about y'all, but when I've got to travel on like halfway through the week, the whole first part of the week, I probably ain't gonna do nothing around the house. I'm just trying to pack and organize.
Right.
So when I got home, and then it was a week after I got home, the house was still just like because my family had been here unsupervised, so you know how that goes. But they did, it could have been so much worse. But it's just like dust and things creeping in the corners and like, pet hair all over the place. And I was just kind of like, I'm not going to deal with this. So yesterday I was like, I got to deal with this. It just makes me feel... Do you know what I mean when I do this?
No. What is this?
When you do it, how do you feel? It's not good.
No.
It's like
icky.
Icky. It's like
icky.
It's like the dust is creeping into my brain. But anyway,
it's time to clean.
I did a little bit of loving on my house yesterday.
I'm
vacuumed
doing that today
and
tomorrow.
Dusted and stuff, and it made me feel good. Like it helps me release some of the stuff that had been building up that I haven't been dealing with inside. I can sort of deal with that through the physical act of cleaning my damn house, you know? So I got to do all that laundry. I'm going to do all that laundry.
I don't have that much laundry, but I got a lot of organization I need to do.
I got 4 people, and then I've got suitcase laundry.
I have 2 people, and I still have a lot of organization to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got suitcase duty.
I got suitcase duty. Yes, I got to do that. I'm also going to be converting the kids' schoolroom, which they hardly ever use. I say schoolroom. They have a desk in the breakfast nook, which is not a breakfast. The nook, which is not a nook. Because we don't have a table in there, so that's where they work. But we're going to convert it into like a crafting space. So
that'll be fun.
I think that's what we're going to do for them for like Yule. Like we're going to buy cubbies and shelves and
you're gonna make
supplies.
A creative station.
It's gonna be a creative space because they usually like my daughter does her school in her room, and my son tucks himself underneath my desk.
I've seen the picture
while he's doing schoolwork.
It's adorable.
He's either under there, which is where he's been in the last several weeks, or somewhere else in my office. Like he makes a little nest for himself.
He likes being close to you.
He likes being close to me, which is fine. I enjoy that. But they're not using the school desk that we built for them, so we're going to turn it into a creation space.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to doing that, and hopefully in October. That'll be October, November. That'll be my big.
We have one of those at my job.
Oh yeah,
and it's open to the public.
Yeah, I got to go look around and steal ideas.
You do. We've got some neat stuff.
You got a couple of them in different locations, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every one of our. I can't say where I work, but every one of those of you who know me know. Every one of our locations, we have a creator's space. A creator space is what it's called.
I'm gonna go look around.
You need to.
I'm gonna do that.
They've each got a Cricut.
Yeah, I've got a Cricut.
You use that a lot.
I use mine a lot.
Mm-hmm. And then I think we're getting a sewing machine and a cup press and a T-shirt press because we've got the Cricut.
Oh yeah, so you can do the
T-shirts
decals
and stuff like that. And it's
I don't have
really
a T-shirt press. I have an iron though.
That'll work.
It just takes
longer.
It
works just as good.
I have big ideas about making lots of things that don't ever get made. You know what I really want? A laser cutter thingy thing. You know
what are they called? Dang it! It's right here. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It does this.
The laser cutter thingy.
Yes.
Y'all know what we're talking about.
I have a friend who has one, and Oh my God, he makes beautiful stuff, and I'm jealous.
I want a 3D printer.
Oh, I want a 3D printer too. Yeah, I was actually looking at some the other day. My son he's very creative, and he makes stuff out of like cardboard and tape. But he'll like come at me and he'll be like, "I made this crossbow." And I'm
that's
like,
cool.
hell. So he's very, very creative like that, and I just want to like give him the tools to really make all sorts of things.
Yeah,
because
give him the room to actually build things.
yeah, what he can do with cardboard and Scotch tape is so incredible that I don't know what he'd be capable of if he had like good tools and good materials. He'd be unstoppable. I would have to buy like a warehouse to put all his stuff in. He makes a new lightsaber every night, every single night. What color lightsaber should I make tonight? And they're all different. They all have different hilts. They expand.
Oh, that's
and I'm
cool.
like, this is made out of cardboard and paper. What the hell?
You need to get him into like Comic-Con costume design and
he would be
stuff
great
like
at that.
He'd be awesome with that.
I know. I gotta do this. So if you want to send my son art supplies, I will be your best
We
friend.
will take it.
My current bestie is a little stabby sometimes, but
Uh-oh.
she don't live here, so
Okay.
I'll share some art supplies with her. She'll be fine.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, goodness. Anyway.
So get crafty, y'all, is what we're
crafty.
saying. Get crafty.
Creative. Find your creative. Find your artistic. You know, because I think there can be a difference between crafting and arting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arting?
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Oh, yeah. We're going to lean into
Arting.
that. Arting.
Like defunkify. We're learning all new words today.
Yeah, just add that to your dictionary, madam.
Wikipedia.
But, yes. So, because crafting can be artistic as well.
Yes.
But not necessarily. It can also... It just depends on if you're tapping into your sort of...
Well, like crochet. And crochet is crafty, but it's also artistic.
Yes. Yes. Because, I mean, I'm a fiber artist, and I think... But I'm, like, in a zone. I think it's if you... I just snapped in the microphone, and it completely distracted me. And I'm just like, oh, I hope that wasn't too loud.
He's saying it was.
But it's going to be edited, hopefully. I'm going to put my hands here. I can't talk without my hands. What was I saying? Oh, so there's times when I'm making something, and it just needs to be made, and I'm not in that zone.
And it's,
But when you sort of shift consciousness and you're creating from that space, which happens when I'm knitting or spinning or whatever.
Meditation.
But that's when you're in touch with your creative power and your artistic power. You know, it's not just making things. It's consciously creating.
Right.
You know? The end. That was the end of my whole story.
That was our whole point.
That was my entire point for this whole episode. So I'm going to just look over here now. Are we good? Are we good on time? I feel like we've said everything there is to say.
I think we have.
Okay. Well, our next episode, we have an interview with Jason Miller, and he's talking about his book, Consorting with Spirits, which is fantastic.
Oh, awesome.
It's available everywhere. Go buy it. It's good. And then listen to the episode. It was a good interview. It was a good book. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
I have to check that one out.
Yes, you should, because you're going to be doing you're hosting an episode later about communing with spirits.
Yeah. I do need to check that out.
I need to read that book.
I need to read that book.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So that's it. That's our show. Thank
That's
you
our show.
so much for listening to us yammer. And hopefully you'll come back next time and listen again.
Yeah.
And look, if you have any questions or anything you'd like us to address on the show, please send your questions. We have a phone number. I don't know what it is. It's probably in the somewhere in the description.
It'll be in the description.
And we also have you can put comments everywhere on Facebook, Instagram. I'm probably going to say stuff about that in the closing. I'm going to stop now. I'm done. Zip. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening, and blessed be.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you all so much for listening, and don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe through your favorite podcast provider. It helps us get our podcast in front of more listeners just like you. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can leave us a voicemail by clicking the link in the description of this episode, and you can always find us on Facebook and Instagram by searching for Crossroads and Cauldrons Podcast.